we are back with predictions. Now, this is Europe's predictions. I know it says RLCS Major 2024, Major 1, NA Qualifier 1, but it's EU, as you can see by the teams. Now, I did this by going to the team list and switching the names out. Looking at these team banner things, you can see all the teams that could have made it. So, yeah, let's take a look at the main event and make our predictions. Now, I'm going to have the teams open on the side here because, to be honest, I'm not EU, I'm less knowledgeable than NA. So we can take a quick look at the rosters before we begin. At the front, we have Carmine Court, Vatira at our rise, probably number 1 seed for me. Like, honestly, I think they are better than Vitality. I think they are better than BDS. So that's an interesting take from me, but I think that they are top seed for me, but we'll see how the bracket plays out. Magnifico is Atomics, Dizzy Tox, BDS is Monkey Moon, Drolly, and Exotic, another really strong team. Now, Drolly is on there as well, which is really good for them, because there's some, new talent in there, as well as Exotic, who came from K-Corp. Oxygen now has Archie, Ixo, and Oski, which is still pretty similar to their previous roster. Vitality has not changed. Alpha 54, Rodocin, and Zen coming into the season. Moist is Joyo, Oli, and Rezi. So now Rezi from Hogan mode is now Moist. Oli is now Moist, and Joyo, the face of Moist, always been on Moist, it's still there. Endpoint is back, and they have Arju, Matean, and Smokes, so a bit of the Monkeys roster plus Arju. Wild has Tempo, Emil, Valid, and Re. Redemption has Astral, Ivan, and Cash. I think this is also a very solid roster. I like all 3 of these players. Resolve is Noah's... I can never say this. Is it Noah's Aki or Noah Saki? I'm going to say Noah Saki. Noah Saki, Lewis P, and Razias, which is also another really good roster in my opinion. Could have some upsets. I also think that Resolve lost the partner with Williams, so it's now just Resolve. Forward has Compact, Edgeby, and Simus. I know Simus, but I don't know the other 2. 100% has Breezy, Trident, and Crispy. Team 3 has Catalysm, Markbite, and Rizex, so these 3 are quite OG. They've been around for a bit. Gentlemates Alpine has Juicy, Itachi, and Seiko. Oh, I spelt Gentlemates wrong in the team list, you can see here, but I'll fix that in a second. Belagol has Haida, Speed, and Temper. So Speed is back, and they made it to the top 16, so they're going to be playing here. And Sir, Mike Boy, Thor, and Ticos. So this is how you can do it. Just follow what I put here. It is the same as the round 1. You can just follow this 1 to 16, and obviously spell Gentlemates correctly. And that is how you can make your own prediction spreadsheets. If you're wondering how to get this team banners thing, click on this, and you'll see some hidden ones, and team banners is one of them. Once you click them, you basically unlock it. So yeah, that's how you can make your own EU predictions. It's time to get into predictions. Carmine Court versus Sir. Sir has been, around for quite a while, and quite good for quite a while now, but I do think Carmine Court is just that good. I think they are just the best. Vitality versus 100%. Breezy, Trident, and Crispy isn't a bad roster, but it isn't a super strong roster. I think it's going to go 3-0 again. Again, I'm not as educated about the EU scene, so I can't pull off some pretty good predictions I've had in the NA qualifier, such as M80 going 3-0 in Swiss, my prediction, and upsetting the top 2 seeds, G2 / Gen G, as well as OG not doing well at all. OG going out very early, which is also something I predicted. You can watch that video. Shameless self-promotion, but yeah. Let's continue. Endpoint versus Resolve. I think this is a close matchup. I don't know as much about the EU scene again, but Endpoint doesn't seem like a super strong roster. Not bad. Obviously, they made it in, but not super strong. But Resolve doesn't seem really, really good either. I'm going to give it to Endpoint closely, 3-2. BDS versus Gentlemates. BDS seems like a really strong roster. Monkey Mudrali, Exotic, 3 really great players. And Gentlemates down here. Juicy, Itachi, Seiko is another really good roster. I think I skipped them when I said the introductions, but yeah. We have Seiko, who was on BDS, Juicy, who was on Moist, and Itachi, who was on K-Corp. So it should be close, but I'm going to put it 3-2. To get some extra information, I'm going to take a quick look at the double elimination, just to take a look at how these teams are feeling, how they're playing. But we'll continue here. Oxygen versus Team 3. I think this should be a simple 3-1. Simple. Not crazy, but a simple 3-1. Looking at the double elimination here, we can see these are the ones who made it through easy. Boys had it quite close, was Belagol, unfortunately. But Endpoint beat Gentlemates, like, really easily, which is not something I expected, to be honest. Wild also beat Team 3. Redemption made a lower bracket run after losing to Wild, which is wild. Resolve make it. Forward makes it after losing. 100% also has a lower bracket run, beginning in the lower bracket, but they make it through. Team 3 make it through. Gentlemates make it through easy. And yeah, okay, that's interesting. Gentlemates may not be as good as their roster seems. Just a little bit like OG, may I add. But yeah, Oxygen versus Team 3. Although these are both really good rosters in my opinion, I think Oxygen is just better. Wild versus Redemption. I think Wild could be an underrated roster. Tempo, Emo, Valkyrie, although, like, we don't know too much about them, they have some history, Tempo and Ree, and Casper is a great coach. Interesting. But I do think Redemption on paper, Astral, Ivan, Cash should be better. But I don't know. I'm gonna... Interesting, because that means that Redemption went through the lower bracket with a run. Although they look better on paper. I'm going to give this to Wild. Again, I'm not as informed on the EU scene, but I'm going to give it to Wild closely. Moist versus Forward. Forward, Compact HB Simus. Not a roster I'm familiar with, but I am familiar with Joyo, Oli, and Rezi. Moist, right? Surely it's Moist. And Magnifico versus Belagol, we get to see Speed play against Magnifico, which is Atomic, Stizzy, and Tox, which are also known players. I think Magnifico is just better, 3-1. Man, those are some freaking NPC-ass predictions. That was just highest seed all the way through. There needs to be some upsets. I'm revising. I'm back in revision real quick. Redemption versus Wild. Redemption. No, I think Wild winning is also a bit of an upset in my opinion. Come on. Oxygen versus Team 3. Who's on Team 3 again? These guys? Yeah, they could upset Oxygen. They could. Endpoint versus Resolve. I think that's one that could be changed. I just think there has to be some freaking upsets. It just can't be like a regular thing. Oxygen versus Team 3, I'm going to put it closer. Just saying, it could be a 50-50 at this point. I don't know what I'm talking about. Resolve versus Carmine Corp is now the next match, so I think Carmine Corp is just better. I think they are one of the best rosters. I'm going to go 3-1. Give them a game. Vitality versus Wild. Wild, again, I don't know much about these players, but I think Vitality is still better. I'm just going to throw it out there. Maybe it's a wild take, but I think Vitality is better. That was sarcastic, by the way. Moist versus Oxygen. Two big orgs, two big teams. Moist has some smaller players at this point, but Oxygen isn't looking super strong. This is an interesting one. I sort of want... I've always liked Oski, but I've also always liked Joyo. I'm giving it to Moist in a 3-2. Magnifico versus BDS. Magnifico is here. Yeah, these guys again. And BDS is these guys. I think it's simply just BDS. I'm going to put it close, but I think it's BDS. Endpoint, 100%. Surely, it's endpoint. Right? Surely. Right? Team 3 versus Sir. Team 3. Surely. I'll put it close, but Team 3. Redemption versus Belagol. I have faith in Redemption. At this point, I don't even know what I'm talking about, but I have faith in Redemption, I guess. 3-1, Belagol loses. Sorry, Speed. You're going down there. And we get the 2 green guys. We got Gentlemates versus Forward. I think Gentlemates on paper is better. On paper, Juicy, Itachi, Seiko should be a really, really good roster. And I don't really know anyone from Forward. I'm giving normie picks. This is how you know I don't know anything about EU compared to, compared to NA, that is. But I'm giving higher seed after higher seed the win. Now we get into some interesting matchups. Carmine Corp versus BDS. Again, I think Carmine Corp is the best team in this region. BDS is not bad at all. I'm giving it 3-2. I'm putting it very closely. Vitality versus Moist. Vitality should be better, right? Vitality should be better, right? Or is it a secret upset? No, I'm overthinking it. 3-1 Vitality win. Magnifico versus Team 3. Surely Magnifico wins, right? Although they have the Spanish team, Team 3 has 3 OG players, and I don't see them doing super good, but I also don't see Magnifico doing too good. Is it an upset to say Team 3 wins this? I think so. I'm gonna do it anyways. I'm just throwing stuff out there at this point. I'm just throwing stuff out there. At least I'm not like smoking crack like some other predictions, but like, okay. Let's keep going. We have Oxygen versus Gentlemates. Again, I think Gentlemates is a really good roster on paper, but they lost. They went through the lower bracket. Like, this is conflicting me. I don't know enough. This is conflicting. I'm giving into Oxygen. Okay? Shut up now. Endpoint versus Wild. This is conflicting. This is the old Monkeys roster. They weren't good. But now they have Endpoint. And then Wild is 3 guys that I barely heard of. What? Endpoint. Endpoint's winning. End of conversation. 3-1. Resolve versus Redemption. Huh? Resolve is these guys. I think they were on, Noah Saki was still on. Luis P. What was he on? Was he on G1? Razias, I know Razias, but like, what? Redemption. It's you 3. Redemption gets redemption. I don't know. First eliminations, Forward versus 100%. I'm surprised Forward got in here. I don't know who these people are that much. 100p, I also don't really know them that well. Like, I know Breezy, but like, let's give it to 100% for fun, because they made it in here, I guess. I don't know. Belagol versus Sir. Belagol, it's speed in there. Sir, Mike Boy, I think Sir's just better. I think that's just a fact. I'm sorry that Belagol just went 3-1 loss all the way through, but I just don't think that they're that good. Okay, BDS versus Team 3. This shouldn't be too difficult, in my opinion. Right? I'm putting it close because I'm scared. Okay, Moist versus Redemption. Damn. That's a tough one. Moist. 3-1. Oxygen versus Endpoint. That's Monkeys. I'm just looking at Endpoint, I'm thinking Monkeys. And then I'm looking at Oxygen, and I'm thinking Oxygen. So, by that, I think I'm giving it to Oxygen. But Endpoint now have the big org, and once you get the big org, you get a boost. Everyone knows that. I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. Okay. Magnifico should win 100 against 100p, right? That's agreed on. And Gentleman should win against Sir in a close one, right? Agreed on, right? Okay. Now it's time for Resolve versus Wild. How did Wild get through? Man, I don't know who Wild is, but I have faith in them. Gosh damn it, I don't know. I like the name and the logo. It looks nice. MMXX1. I don't know what that is, but like, I'm giving it to Wild because why not? Endpoint versus Gentlemates. Gentlemates is better on paper, but Endpoint seems to be better. I don't know what's happened with Gentlemates. I think they're great players. I think they should make it, but I'm just following what based on evidence and not my own opinion at this point. But maybe that's just me. Wild versus Team 3. I don't know who Wild is. Still, Team 3. I like Team 3 more. Wild should probably make it, but like I don't know. Redemption versus Magnifico. Magnifico? Right? What about Redemption? They're good too. Damn, this is actually pretty tough. I'm going with an upset here. Redemption wins. Oof. Okay, there we go. We have the people who made it and the people who haven't. That looks like the most NPC. That's like the most basic. This is literally like higher seed. Like, this doesn't look good. Whatever. Moving swiftly through. Simple 4-1. Surely. BDS is good, right? 4-2. I'll even. No, 4-1. BDS versus Oxygen. This could be an upset. Like, in all honesty, this could be an upset, but I think BDS is better, right? 4-2. Carmine versus Redemption. Carmine I still think is the best, but what even is Redemption? I don't know. 4-2. Moist versus Endpoint. Monkeys. Moist. Plus Hogan Mode. Hogan Mode power is still in them, I think. I'll put it close for fun, but yeah. Vitality versus BDS this early on? In the semis, not even the finals? That's pretty sad, but damn. I think it's gonna be a normie pick for me. Wait, what's that I hear in my ear? It's the upset master. He whispered in my ear. That BD. I'm having hallucinations. I need to finish this video before I get admitted into mental hospital. I'm waffling and I don't know what I'm waffling about, okay? Carmine wins this. I have faith. Carmine wins this. Or does BDS? Carmine wins this. That's the predictions, that's it. I need to go seek help now because what on earth were these predictions? Like, look at this. Look at this bracket. Carmine winning? Vitality in the semis? Not even the grand finals? Insane. Incredible. Take a quick look at the results in the Swiss. Interesting. I think I'm a loony. I hate people's predictions because I think they're always wrong and based on the normie picks, but now I've become that person. And I think I'm right.